Hi, I'm Wes Wood and I'm a co-creator and producer of Compost Corner for CITV. Compost Corner is an interstitial based show, stop motion, based on, well, it was originally based on just two characters, Major and Moss, two snails, and all they eat is rotten veg that they find around the garden. They fart quite a bit, which is kind of the mainstay of our comedy, humour. That's pretty much it, really. They look for rotten veg, they eat it, they fart.
Lift off, Major! Like the birds! And birds eat seeds! Moss, you're a genius! Look at me! Woohoo! I'm flying! I can keep this up all day! Or until the seeds run out. What?
The characters are made by Mackinnon Saunders, which has been an absolute dream come true for me. I was I'm an ex-employee of Mackinnon Saunders. Totally love and rate the work. You know, it was a dream working for them, and it's been an absolute pleasure going back as a customer. You know, that is a dream come true. In order to create the animation, as a creative and a producer of this project, I didn't want characters that walked, because I knew ultimately that was going to cost us time. So Snails was a really good kind of solution to that. Tim Collins, who animates the show, has put in some lovely genius intricacies into the characters and how they move, just because they've been so limited, which is magical in itself. They become the same, their own characters. Major's got a moustache. It's a design decision to give him a moustache, although he's called Major and it suits his kind of ex-military history. We want to give him a moustache again to save on time. So when he talks, his moustache waggles. When we first started out with Major and Moss, I knew we could afford the time for lip sync on one character and we'd cheat it on the other. So they're not walking. We've only got like one character really to contend with. Tim, Dan, and I write what we call springboards. You know, a good idea. We give ourselves 10 episodes, an idea, a paragraph on each for 10 episodes, and then Tim and Neil Mossy, our other writer, will take those as good springboards and they'll come back with, you know, roughed out versions of 10 scripts, and usually of those we'll pick either the best 6 or the best 8, depending on time and budget. And then from that we'll hand them over. I'll make my director's notes, we'll hand over to Les Eves, and Les will storyboard it for us. Tim Dan is our writer and co-creator, but he also does all the voices as well, which is brilliant. So we get quite a lot from Tim in terms of the creative, and because he knows the show so well, we can really develop those characters and really round those characters. So a lot of like kind of the humour comes out in the voice record, which is really good fun. So this is Major. He's kind of a bit of a veteran of the garden. He's like, more like what? He knows everything. He's the old wise sage of Compost Corner, and what he doesn't know isn't worth knowing, which is, it's a lovely kind of character to bounce off, with Moss, who's the young country bumpkin, who's full of energy, full of ideas, and thinks, you know, there's nothing that's impossible, which is great. We've got a love interest in the show called Michelle. Anyway.
What's that smell?
That would be my new aftershave. It's made from
Old mushrooms, nettle leaves, and hedgehog droppings.
Yeah, you like it?
I love it.
Great. Hey, I bought you some flowers.
Ooh, thanks.
So Michelle was the original love interest, and she's voiced by a lady called Jill Cardo, and actually never done animation before, but she's turned out to be an absolute star. The story behind Smudge I love is that he was born a slug but wants to be a snail. He feels like he's left out. You know, he's not part of the in crowd.
We've been through this, Smudge. You're not a snail because you haven't got a shell, and you can't do the conker dash without a shell.
It's just some falling conkers.
I wouldn't do that. I am a snail. Ouch! I am a snail. Oof! I am a snail. You know, I think I might be a slug.
We introduce new things into Smudge's character, like he will use like a Coke can or a plant pot or something on his back to mimic the fact that he's a snail. And in that, his kind of character comes out because he tries to make up for the fact that he's not a snail. So he totally knows everything. It's like, oh, I've totally done that before, which is quite nice, and that's really working as a character. We're getting a lot of feedback off the kids, kind of loving him for that. Next we've got a chap called Claude the Spider. He's French, and his kind of backstory was that he arrived in England in a banana box. He's this mysterious character that knows everything, sort of thing. He's a bit of a spider sort of thing. So yeah, which is quite nice. So we use him to kind of deliver information, to kind of get stuff across to the characters. And then we launched a competition with Tech Santa, the ITV show, to design a new character for Compost Corner, and the winner designed this character for us. She's called Composeta. She's based on the idea that she's literally from the compost heap, so she's made up of this kind of collage of lovely papers and leaves and banana skins. And then lastly we have the Woodlice. They're called Woody and Lois. Woodlouse. They don't speak. It's just comedy moments of real splatting action. I think we've put them through the mulcher, we've splattered them with plant pots. They just do anything really, and we don't script any of this. What we pretty much do is we throw it open to the floor. So Tim Collins, our animator, he'll come up with some ideas, or our other creatives, or our kind of production managers, or anybody really are welcome to come up with ideas, unscripted bits of animation, and we use those as like kind of little idents in between everything else. We've got another character called Wanda the Worm, but as you can see, she has seen better days. She's another country bumpkin, loads of energy, and she just pops up anywhere. She's just a formidable force with karate, and that's what she knows. Like she does her judo chops and stuff, and it's a story in itself. We don't know. That's just kind of working on feedback from kids, that we done one episode that Wanda destroyed the place because she loves doing karate, and then it's become a character trait ever since because the kids loved it.
I told you dancing is dangerous.